Most people come into counseling with a pretty basic idea of what they're expecting. And I would say 9 times out of 10, it's, I'm sad and I don't want to be.
Ask me if I'm sad.
I want my mom.
So this may sound a little confusing then, but it's not my job to actually make people happy. Screwed up as that may seem, the job of a therapist is actually to help someone learn the tools necessary to deal with their unhappiness and then support them in taking action that they see necessary to become happy.
Okay, well.
As a therapist, I can't create change. All I can do is teach the tools necessary. So if it's that simple, let's see how we can hit your therapy bill in the wallet, shall we? Of course, I'm not actually your therapist. I'm just a guy on the internet right now. I have some credentials. But maybe you should look into something more seriously than just spending 3 minutes in review on something you're concerned about.
Do it.
So if you're struggling with sadness, you'd look at what your history is first. Did you come from a long-term, unsupportive background? Can you even remember a time when you weren't sad? If the answer to this is that you have always been this way, then you will not be finding a 5-minute cure. It doesn't mean, however, that you're going to be spending years in therapy in order to find a solution. You could be feeling better inside the next couple of months. Or less. Or more. It depends. It does mean that you spend years and years learning how to be sad and how to deal with that, but not how to actually process being happy. And because we as humans tend to be afraid of what we don't know, you might be a little avoidant of it. Next, evaluate your current situation. Are you in a place where you are constantly under pressure or stress or some sort of judgment? Are you feeling like you're walking on eggshells? If those are things that are happening to you, then it just makes sense that you're going to feel sad. Sadness is a reaction telling you that there is something wrong.
Something ain't right here.
Now, that means it's also time for you to gain some perspective, but there's a decent chance that you can evaluate this on your own time and merit. You're an expert in your own life. You've lived it all this time. Therapy might help. But all in all, if you have things that are putting you in a specific position and you know what those things are, you probably know what you're supposed to be doing.
That is what we want.
Of course, if you feel like that's questionable or that's too big a decision for you to want to make on your own right now, look to some trusted voices in your life. Those are not necessarily your friends. Objective, clear voices are people that you trust. It might be a therapist, maybe even a couple of them. Check around. If everybody's giving you a similar or common answer and you know it, you need to look at what's holding you back. So in drama, there's a rule of 3s, a beginning, a middle, and end, a plot, a complication, a resolution. But those 2 things are really it. Where you've come from and where you're at. You are sad because of where you've been or sad because of where you are. If you are telling yourself right now, oh, I've just always been that way, well, congratulations. You're right. But literally, that's what therapy and psychiatry are about. They are about creating change or helping you create that change. If you want to be happier, there are options out there for you. And we're waiting for you now.
Woe is me. I'm so very, 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 very,
very, very, very, very, very, very, very, very, very, very, very, very sad.